My name is Curtis Dahl. I'm here in Columbus, Ohio, in the Chapel of Tifereth, Israel, talking about these 6 stained glass windows that I created about 1987. You can see and read about these windows on my website at curtisgraphics.com/ASG. In style, these 6 architectural stained glass windows here in Tifereth Israel Chapel in Columbus, Ohio, exist as independent works of art while interrelating with one another to create one complete, unified environmental composition, existing in harmony with the architecture, as we will see as we view the next set of windows. Although collectively these stained glass windows embody one comprehensive idea, they each individually symbolize one of the 6 orders of the Mishnah. The theme of the lead and glass is interwoven with symbolic content in the form of paint, which I applied directly onto the glass and fired into its surface at a temperature approximating about 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Although collectively these stained glass windows embody one comprehensive idea, they each individually symbolize one of the 6 orders of the Mishnah, a principal rabbinic code edited about 200 CE. The purely abstract compositional theme of the lead and the glass is interwoven with paint applied directly onto the glass. Architectural stained glass is an environmental art form. As light floods the interior of a synagogue or sanctuary, the inner space is transformed into a mystical source of joy, peace, and tranquility. In style, the 6 architectural stained glass windows here in the Tifereth Israel Chapel in Columbus, Ohio, exist as independent works of art while interrelating with one another to create one complete and unified environmental composition, while existing in harmony with the architecture. Zeraim is designated in the Talmud by the term emuna, which signifies both faith in God and faithfulness toward one's fellow human being. Symbolized in the lower panel of this window is Tractate Pia, which governs the laws concerning the corners of the fields, which must be left to the poor. It is through this tractate, through this law, that tithing had its beginnings in this law. In following the laws of this tractate, one objectively acknowledges faith in divine ownership of the earth. In doing so, we faithfully carry out our social obligations according to Talmudic law. The man of faith will carry out these observances with faithfulness, whilst the faithfulness with which he performs his duties is a test of his faith. Divine ownership of the earth is also expressed as all God's children are entitled to a share in the land as their common heritage. You can see an olive tree and fruit, grapes, and various leaves.
All right,
in
go
this.
Ahead and just point to the grapes again and the olive tree.
Okay, in this window you can see the grapes that were painted into the glass, on the glass, and fired into its surface at 1300 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a branch and a trunk and leaves of an olive tree. And in this way, the symbolism was kept simple, so that the overall abstract compositional theme could take dominance. Moed, appointed seasons, deals with feasts, festivals, and holy days. The most important holy day is Shabbat, the Sabbath. According to the Talmudic sages, Shabbat is equal in importance to all the precepts in the Torah. Shabbat stands at the boundary between the moral and the religious signification of the Torah. In the law of Shabbat is thus to be found the quintessence of Judaism. Religiously, Shabbat is a symbol of creation and the end of creation. The window of Moed, on an abstract level, is expressive of the separation of light from darkness. This relates to the creation as well as to the blessing over the flames of the Havdalah candle. God is praised for the distinctive qualities throughout creation, including praise for the distinction between light and darkness. Symbolic reinforcement of this theme is seen in the braided candle and candle holder, the cup for wine, and the box for spices of the Havdalah set used during the concluding ritual of Shabbat. As literal reinforcement of the creation theme, the Hebrew words from Genesis, "and the heavens and the earth were finished," are painted in the upper central area. The content of this window is symbolic of beginning and ending.